Virgin Galactic special. In this video, I'm making this during a live show, so it is what it is, unedited as it comes out. We're looking at the new Delta spaceship design overview. Tonight, of course, we're covering the earnings. We're going to look at what we might expect from the earnings, the valuation, the price, who's buying, who's selling, inside trading, all the rest of it. Tonight is a huge night. In my opinion, tonight is a make or break for Virgin Galactic. We've seen global economy sell off. We've seen a lot of manipulation and false information. Most of it is untrue. My portfolio is bouncing back 3 or 4% every day, doubling the rate of the market because I'm in margin. Full disclosure, I'm not in Virgin Galactic. My wife still holds hers, but I am not in the stock, so I can't manipulate it. I'm not trying to manipulate it. I am preparing for the earnings for my members. This channel was just over 3 years old. We built this channel on Virgin Galactic, so we have ultimate respect for the investors of Virgin Galactic and huge amounts of gratitude and thanks and love to all those that built my channel around Virgin Galactic. There's been a lot of false actors, people like the Wolf of Dubai, pops in, promises to come back, disappears, goes off, sells training programs, remind you of somebody much bigger. Yep, we know all about that. Nonsense, a lot of rubbish, a lot of people, Travis Hoyam, people that talk rubbish, who make nonsense. There's people on Reddit who go to me, go to war with me, saying that I'm flip-flopping and God knows what else. No, I've never flip-flopped on the stock. I evolve with the stock. I react to it, but I'm proactive. I've spoken to Eric Kearney, 5 or 6 times. I think it's 5 times in person. I've often said that the stock could go to $100, and I still believe it can. I haven't changed, but obviously the short term is the stock is very much down. We're approaching around about the sort of, was it 23, 24 cents, the old money. But let's have a look at it right now, and let's get prepared for tonight's earnings. We're going to go through all the numbers, everything that you need, plus some latest news out as well, which we want to share with you. So first of all, let's start with sharing this with you. We've always said the marketing for Virgin Galactic is rubbish, and it is. But when they do it well. This is the new Delta ship design. Now, there's no audio really to play here. It's mainly music and sound effects. And if I do that, this video will be copyrighted. We don't learn anything from this, but it's good to look at it. And we're going to learn, of course, about it tonight. Tonight we're going to learn a lot more about it when we cover the earnings. But I just want to nip in and out of this video and show you how cool and sexy this does look at the hangar there at Spaceport America. This is very, very exciting. This new ship looks great. Tonight we'll get the numbers, the valuation, and we can decide whether it's a good business to own long-term. Of course, we've got a lot of passionate investors here who ultimately love this and have been buying the dip. It does look great, but this is just a video. Tonight we get the numbers. Tonight, I believe, is a make or break for Virgin Galactic. Competition is coming up. Time has gone on. We've been waiting a very long time for this. What are we going to see from tonight? Let's just watch it a few moments longer. I have to just, the reason why I keep nipping in and out like this is to protect from copyright. But I think you'll agree it's quite clever that I can show it translucently behind the chart there. If you can see it this there, I can also do it like that as well to show you different things. Look at it. It's showing you how cool this is. And increased passengers. It does look great. We're going to learn more about this tonight, of course, on the earnings. Join us for that. Just going to play this through just a few more seconds, and then we're going to look at the numbers and see where we might go tonight, and then get your opinions as well in this. It does look good, but we have to remember there is now competition coming up for Virgin Galactic. They don't have it all their own way anymore. Time has gone on. Money's running out. Can they do it? This video, I have to say, does make it look very, very cool. But of course, we're investors. We're not just looking for fancy videos. But without a doubt, it's a fancy video. All right, let's talk about the business itself and let's go into it. Thank you ever so much for sending that in. by the way. We've got some words here as well I want to share with you. Virgin Galactic, just a few moments ago, introducing the design of Virgin Galactic's Delta spaceship. Virgin Galactic's Delta class spaceship design is backed by years of engineering and analysis from our talented team. To showcase the magnitude of this endeavor, we invite you to watch an overview of our next generation production model spaceship. Tune in to Q2 2024. Yep, that's tonight. We're going to cover it. You can tune in and watch it on their website on your own, or you can tune in and watch it with the world's #1 collection of investors for Virgin Galactic here together. Where else are you going to watch it? Because here you'll have debate, discussion, and will improve the audio and the visual experience as well. Let's look at the numbers. Does all this add up? Does it make sense? A Virgin Galactic special is what we're doing right now in preparation for tonight's special event. Right. Have you tapped the like button so far? Have you clicked subscribe and ring the bell? I hope you have. There you go. Right. Let's have a look at it. Let's first of all look at the basic position here. You can see now we are down. Everyone knows. If you pan out, there's nothing here other than doom and gloom. It's been going down forever. Let's remind ourselves how long we've been here. We've been here now since all the way back to when it went public in 2019. So we're talking 5 years now since it went public, and all it's done is go down. So obviously that doesn't look particularly good. But let's scroll down and let's have a look at the market cap now. The market cap of this company is 117 million. Doesn't even sort of pay for the rocket now, does it? Is that a concern to you? People are saying it's a hold, only 20% buy, 30% sell. That's Morningstar. We will do a better analysis of that in a moment. Hedge funds have started to buy and increased to buy recently. Let's get some detail on which hedge funds have been buying it. Gaxton have been buying. Graham Capital have reopened a position. Gotham Asset Management are buying. Goldvest have opened a position. That's good to see. We like that. What about insiders? Insiders are buying as well. Is it actual buying or is it automated buying? That does make a difference. Let's have a look. We've got uniformative selling. This is just automatic selling and buying at the moment. Nothing here. We've got a lot of buying through grant or award. That's just being paid by stock options. That's not a true sentiment. It looks great, but it's a bit like the Ford story. Ford has been going sideways forever. It only survives because they pay a lot of people in stock options. It's not always a good story. It just looks like people are buying when in fact they're not. However, this is more encouraging, no question about it. Virgin Galactic's earnings have consistently been going up and consistently beating. I think this story often gets overlooked and people don't notice this, but actually, when you look at that, that is very unusual for a SPAC, very unusual for a penny stock, and in today's climate is even more unusual. They consistently go up on earnings and consistently beat on earnings. Will we become cash positive tonight? No chance at all. Would be wonderful. And if we were cash positive tonight, the stock would go straight to $50, halfway to my $100 target. It would, but that is not the case. There's no way they're going to announce that. It would be pretty amazing, nevertheless, if it did. We'll always be optimistic and hope for the best, but that isn't the case. Right, if you tap the like button, have you subscribed and rung the bell? Okay, let's look at the numbers now in preparation for what we might see tonight. If we look at the intrinsic valuation, it says it's worth $675 a share. Now then, the intrinsic valuation here is not reliable. Unfortunately, a lot of people will use that as a valuation. They will look at that, and people have told me, they look at the intrinsic valuation, don't care that it doesn't use DCF valuation, and think that's a fair price. Remember, FSCA. Fisker was 400 the day it was worth 2 cents. Remember, intrinsic values are only useful if they use DCF valuation and everything else in the analysis makes sense. It's too simplistic to look at that, look at your app and go, oh, the valuation is good and people are buying, I'm buying. That's the very definition of stupid. We don't want to be stupid on this channel. We want to be investors. Right, okay. 8.4 million. Let's have a look here. In March 30th, 8.4 million. Estimated in June, we're going to learn very soon now, estimated 8.9 million. Is it a beat? Did we make more money? We're up 23%. Look at the S-curve. That's what we want. That's what we will get. I'm sure that's what we'll get, unless there's any major issues along the way, but that's what we should get, and that will take the stock to $100. Operating income up 9%, going in the right direction. Net income is down negative at 445 million, but up 11%, moving in the right direction. Financing cash flow, negative 5%. Investing cash flow, up 118%, that's a negative. Operating cash flow, very important number, up 5%. That's good. Where will we be tonight? What about running out of money? 1.1 billion in assets, cash 765 on their last report. 765. How much money they got left now? What about the liabilities, the debts? Well, they've got some debt. They've got 418 million in debt. 418 million in debt, which equates to 63% of their liabilities. That's bad. That's not good. All right, 63% of their liabilities is debt. However, with rate cuts, that's what Virgin Galactic need, a massive, massive boost for them. What about the cash? So if they own 418, we've got 700 in cash. So we're not 765. So we're not going bust right now. We've still got money. But tonight, of course, we'll get some updated numbers. Gross margin. Well, it's no surprise to anyone. We don't even need to go through these. They're all negative. They're all bad. Obviously, they're bad. Nothing here. We're spending. We're investing. We're building. We're not making any money right now. No surprise here at all. Do we need to even look at that? No, we don't. Let's go down to here and show you the profitability score. No surprise. It's bright red, 24. We're not making any money. We've seen lower, though, but it isn't as low as it could be. What about solvency score? Well, I think that's improved slightly. 40%. We're amber. We're just a few points away from turning green. I don't think we've seen it that high before. You might want to check my past analyses. Don't know what the word is. My analysis on Virgin Galactic. Long-term solvency is good. We're not going bust. Short-term negative net debt is good. Long-term solvency is good. Average DE. Okay, so things are improving there with their solvency. That's very, very important. Wall Street, no lowest, no highest, but a base case of 594%. Can you only imagine? I've said it's $100 stock if everything goes well. $39 there, Wall Street have given an average target. That's pretty good. That's within 12 months. Remember, Delta 26, are we heading there? Remember, it won't just suddenly happen in 26. It'll explode the moment we announce it's all going well for 2026. Maybe it'll be 2027. Maybe it'll be 2025. We'll find out tonight. Are we on a schedule? What's going on? But the moment we get a sniff of it's all going well and everything's on track, and we know the tickets are all sold, everyone's ready to part with their money, interest rates coming down, their debt position improves, this can rally all the way to $50 and then on to that $100 target I've often talked about. Let's have a look at this. What is the short position right now? 29%. Okay, now then, here is a huge catalyst, the main story of the video. 20% is excessive, and it means that we can have a short squeeze with volume. However, That's where we draw the line. 20% is where it can start. However, GameStop, if you remember, got to 100% before it really exploded. So don't think at 29 it's a guaranteed thing going to happen tomorrow. It can. We are now in the area of that. However, we need volume. What we need is some major news tonight. I think tonight could be a make and break earnings. If we get some major news like everything is on track, everything is great, we're reducing our debt, interest rates are going to come down 4 or 5 times this year. We do believe they're going to come down 2 or 3 times, 0.5%, then 0.5%, then quarter. That's going to make the bottom line for Virgin Galactic a lot more healthy because rates are going to come down on their debt position. Very good, like it is with me, with my margin. So that's very good. So with rates coming down and a good story tonight, we could get volume. We could get a short squeeze. Insiders are buying. Institutions, hedge funds are buying. That's with a massive amount of short position at a $5.76 share price. Old money isn't it about 25? Should we do a quick calculation? 576. Let me bring up my my calculator a second. Was it $25? What did I say it was? $5.76 divided by 20. Was it? 28 cents. 28 cents. So we're not quite the 25, but 28 cents or thereabouts. All right. So the stock is very, very low, but is it undervalued? Well, you can decide. We've had no major moves there. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me look at this. This was just a month ago. Let's see how relevant this is.
For 20 reverse stock split. What is your trade on Virgin?
Hey, Tyler, it's good to be with you. First of all, it's not for me. Reverse splits, I'm never a fan of to begin with.
No.
But this is the company that's just grasping for straws here. It's not profitable, burning cash, high debt levels. You just stay far away from this one until a real turnaround takes place.
Next up, Chipotle announcing a 50-for-1 split up over...
Okay, not really much more. As you can see, there's not a lot of coverage. This is Alpha Spread, the best AI software to review stocks, what I use every day. And as you can see, and by the way, if you want the Alpha Spread, if you're a member, you get this for free. My members get a discount. So good, it makes my membership for free as well for the premium service. Alpha Spread, I've just dropped into the chat and I will put below the description if you want it. You can see the main coverage is coming from me. Look at this. Mainstream TV is not interested, not covering it. So let's look at the sentiment. Let's look at the sentiment over the last 90 days. Last 90 days, 46% was positive. Last 30 days, 50% positive. 7 days, all positive. Just one news, mind you, but nevertheless, positive. Let me round this up with my thoughts and predictions for tonight. So we're going to cover the earnings tonight. I believe it's a make or break for Virgin Galactic. I think tonight could be the most important earnings we've ever had for Virgin Galactic. It's the first one following the split. It's the first one following the split. So at the end of the day, they've got a lot to talk about because since the stock split, it's done nothing but go down. However, we have a huge amount of short interest. We could easily get some good news. Interest rates are coming down. My thought would be this. As an investor, not a gambler, not someone who just loves space. You know my heritage. My name is Martyn Lucas. My godfather was Kenny Baker. He was R2-D2, the man inside the robot. You can work the rest out for yourself with my heritage and family and so on and so forth. I love space. Virgin Galactic excites me, but there is now competition. They've gone on a long time. The stock is forever down. Is it an opportunity? Well, it's only an opportunity if we learn good news tonight. Now, this is really important. This is the moment you decide whether you are a gambler or an investor. And let me explain this for a moment. If you like the product, because you can't like the business, can you? You can't like the business right now because all it's done is lose money. What's there to like? You can't like the management. They're weak. Eric Kearney is involved. Is more interested in short squeezes and all the rest of it. They split the stock when that always 90% of the time that ends bad. All they had to do was promote the stock better, get somebody on the flight. We could have got above the $1. We didn't have to reverse split, but they chose to reverse split. So very weak management. Very, very weak management. Cole Glazier's from Disney. He's used to spending buckets of money, limitless money, and there's no real discipline on structure. We know how much money they wasted. We had the petition. We changed policy with our vote. We know all of that. So we know there's weakness with management. So you can't like the business, can you? If you look at the numbers. If you look at the numbers, there's nothing to say, what a great business that is. No, the business is rubbish. However, the product, the mission, the dream is great. They've built it, they've done it, they've achieved it, they've got it to fly, they've got the customers, they've got the brand, they're selling it. That's all good. So, if you buy it now, if you're already in, that's fine. You're happy, you like it, you've been lowering averages, you're an investor, you're already in. If you're not in right now, and you're buying right now, for the very first time, right now, today, you are gambling, because there's nothing I've shown you in that report that says it's a good business. It says it's a good product, it's sexy, it's exciting. Nothing about it right now says you should buy it at all. However, if tonight on the earnings, we learn that this business is on target, no delays, all good, everything's fantastic, we're selling tickets again, we've opened up sales, blah, 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 and they can project and give you guidance, then yes, this could be a very good time to buy, but you have to wait till the earnings. Now, some of you will say, yeah, but I want to buy before the good news. No, you don't. A gambler wants to buy before the good news. An investor wants to wait for the news. Now, let me explain that for a moment. We are down at 28 cents old money. So let's get away from $5.74. Let's think of it of what it is. 28 cents. It was $70 at one point. We're cheap enough. It doesn't have to go lower. If you get good news tonight and it starts to move, you jump in. But you go, yeah, but if it starts to move and it goes $6, $7, $8, I could have bought it for $5.74. I've missed out. You're giving bad advice. Well, first of all, this is not financial advice. But what this is a measure of temperament and understanding of what being an investor is. And let me explain, put this in another way. If you're buying it now, you're guessing and hoping that for the very first time, we're going to have something amazing. We're going to have a complete turnaround when we've never had a turnaround other than flights and popularity contests. When it flies, it goes up, then it dumps. We're not having a flight tonight. We're having an earnings. Earnings have never massively promoted the stock. In fact, it's selling off. I mean, it's up 177, which is nothing. In fact, it's going back down again, right? It's not doing very much today. So there's no trend going upward. The trend is your friend and it's going down, right? If you're buying it now, you're guessing. It goes against everything that's ever happened before. If you listen to the earnings and you join us tonight, you can make an informed decision and do what investors do, buy it on good news. And you can get in very quick. Remember, we can buy it tonight. We can jump in and we can buy it. So if it pops up and you start buying it at 6, 7, 8, don't feel bad. I would rather buy this stock at $20 knowing it's going to 100, 5x. Very happy to do that. Very, very happy to do that. That's an investor, because now I've been presented with the information to make an investment, a decision, a financial wise decision, calculated and balanced. I'll pay $20 for a stock going to 100. So it doesn't matter if it pops up to $20 tonight on good news. Now I can buy it at 20 to 100. That makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that. Buying it now is speculative and gambling unless you're already in and you already like it. Wait for the earnings. It doesn't matter. If you look at the risk to reward, it's better to find out it's a great business, buy it at 20, take it to 100. That's a much better risk to reward ratio than buying it at 572 before you know anything about Delta and it goes straight down to 2 and you never get your money out. And remember, even if you think that's still okay, I'll average down. If you spend the next 2, 3, 4 years at $2, $3, now down to 1, not only are you down, but you're parking your money when your money could have been working elsewhere in what I believe the S&P will 3x by the end of the decade. So even if you buy something boring like the S&P, for me it's not boring, not at all. I like making money and I make money all the time with the S&P. You just have to have patience. You'll make more money long term than you could make if this goes down anyway. So even if it goes up, but if you wait 2 or 3 years, if it goes sideways for 2 or 3 years, you've made that money anyway without the risk. So what you should be doing tonight, in my opinion, based upon good foundations, principles, knowledge, education, balance sheets, good sound business investment strategy would be to wait for the earnings. If the earnings is great and they tell you it's great, then buy it and don't care if it's gone up. Doesn't matter. It's cheap enough to buy it on a pump. Wait. If you buy it now, you're gambling. Join us tonight for the earnings. We're going to learn all about it and maybe I'll get back in. Who knows? I don't think so because I want to keep my channel completely impartial. I don't want to be seen to be pumping, dumping stocks. I like meeting the CEOs. I like being open and honest. If I own stocks, people go, oh, he's pumping it. Well, I can't pump what I don't own, can I? So I don't think I'll be jumping in just out of respect to my audience. It's the right thing to do for this channel. Even if it's not the right thing for me to do personally, what's right for me personally is what's right for the channel, which is what's right for you long term. Okay, so there we go. Join me for the earnings. Click above my head, down below in the description. Over here, you'll find the earnings for Virgin Galactic. On the extra channel, you'll find IonQ. Not sure how popular IonQ is going to be tonight. I think the Lucas A's are going to watch both, but there you go. Join me for the earnings tonight. You cannot afford to miss it. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.